Hello everyone, welcome to Insights IS. Our aim over the program is to simplify your preparation in general and current affairs in particular. Our research team, after analyzing the trend after so many years, has tried hard to provide you very important current affairs and increase the hit ratio so that your prelims and mains exam would be a cakewalk for you. Our central focus would be on science and technology, environment, culture, government schemes, and organizations, whether be national or international, which are highly neglected by others. But proportion of questions on prelims and mains are very high on those topics. Through memes, music, and robust subject content will enrich your knowledge base and make your path enjoyable until cracking the most respected and coveted exam, that is civil services. Let's start with the first issue. National Board for Wildlife, NBW, that is a statutory organization. That does mean that it was created by a law of the parliament, that is Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Theoretically, the board is advisory in nature and advises the central government on framing policies and measures for conservation of wildlife in the country. It is a very important body regarding wildlife related matters, and its prime function of the board is to promote the conservation and development of wildlife and forests. It has the power to review all wildlife related matters and approve projects in and around national parks and sanctuary. Guys, no alternation of boundaries in national parks and wildlife sanctuaries can be done without approval of the National Board of Wildlife. And if you go to the composition, it is chaired by Prime Minister and vice chaired by Environmental Minister. Guys, there are lots of conservation and environmental organizations in India. You have to mug it up their composition, especially the chairman part. And it has 47 members, just like MPs, NGOs, eminent environmentalists, and pronounced ecologists, government secretaries of various departments, chief of the army staff, director general of forest, tourism, etc. are those members in these 47 members. So guys, what happens actually whenever you go through an issue, just think a prelims and a mains questions on the line of the issue, so that during real exam hall pressure won't be there, and it would create a convenient atmosphere for you to attend any question and any question I'm telling. So guys, on this issue I am telling you, you can think like a question just means kind of, do you think the role of National Board of Wildlife has in decline? Can you suggest some measures to fill the gap between development and conservation? Critically analyze. You can create any number of questions you want. So this exercise will help you immensely. And if you go through the this video of current affair every day, I will try to inculcate this kind of value. Let's move to the next question. Animal Welfare Board of India. Guys, it was established in 1962 under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. Though it was established under a law, that is the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, so it is a statutory body. So it's advisory body also, advising the government of India on animal welfare laws and promotes animal welfare in the country of India. So guys, when it was established, initially it was under the jurisdiction of the government of India's Ministry of Food and Agriculture. In 1990, the subject of prevention of cruelty to animals was transferred to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So by default, the body was also transferred under Ministry of Environment and Forest. So now the body is under Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. So it happened on 12 April 2019. Guys, do remember this. Now it is under Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Guys, it's the first of its kind organization in the world, and already we've discussed it's established in 1962, and it comes under section 4 of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. Guys, do remember properly section 4. So, and well-known humanitarian Srimati Rukmini Devi Arundali was instrumental in setting up the board and was its first chairperson. Do remember it properly. And previously the headquarters was in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and now it is shifted to Ballabgarh in Faridabad district of Haryana. So it's happened in 12th April 2019. Guys, in these lines also we'll think a question like, what is the role of Srimati Rukmini Devi Arundel in setting of Animal Welfare Board of India? Can you mention some other personalities whose contribution is great in animal conservation and conservation of forest in India? In any line you can think of the question, in that line think, and think some points also. If this kind of question would come in exam, then what kind of answer I can portray. So let's move to the next question, guys. Gaura Gauri Festival. It is a festival famous in Chhattisgarh, and it is a Hindu festival which is celebrated on the day after Diwali. And Gaura stands for Lord Shiva and Gauri for goddess Parvati. The festival celebrates the pastoral life of the people of Chhattisgarh. The gathering sees the rituals of Gedi, Raut Nacha and Panthi Nritya in the traditional attire. Gedi is a dance of the Gond people who are spread widely throughout the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Raut Nacha is a traditional dance of the Yadav communities. Panthi Nritya is performed by Satnami community of Chhattisgarh. Surti, Hareli, Pola and Tija are some of other festivals of the state. Guys, every year more or less 2 to 5 questions are coming from art and culture. Whether it be based on Buddhism, Jainism, fairs, festival, art and architecture or any part of the cultural elements of Indian society, they are asking the questions. So guys, we'll cover every and each aspect. Guys, be regular in watching the videos. This prelims question was asked in 2017, and let's do the question. Consider the following pairs. One side is traditions, one side is communities. And number 1, the Chalia Sai festival, it is given Sindhis. Yes, it is a true statement because this festival is celebrated by the Sindhis, wherein they pray to their god known as Jhulelal. It is a customary to also to go on a 40-day fast during the festival. It is very difficult for us to take a 1-day fast. If we do, then we can die. So what they are doing this, it is appreciable. And let's move to the second, that is Nand Raj Jat Yatra. Actually, this is a pilgrimage festival of Uttarakhand, and it is celebrated by Garhwal people of Uttarakhand. Guys, if for additional information I'm telling, because Labasna, the training institute of civil servants, is located in Uttarakhand. If you clear civil service, you can enjoy the festival with much fervor. For that, you have to clear prelims, after that mains, and after that interview, prepare well. The third is Wari Warkari related to Santals. It is a wrong statement because this festival is related to the Pandharpur Wari, and it is an annual festival and also known as a pilgrimage festival in Maharashtra. Our next issue is particularly vulnerable tribal groups or PVTGs. In 2019 prelims, a question was based on PVTGs. And guys, remember that PVTGs are the more vulnerable among the tribal groups, and they were categorized by Ministry of Home Affairs, not Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Guys, in the comment box mention the which commission or committee is created to identify PVTGs and categorize them. And guys, I am giving a hint. It was created in 1960s. 75 PVTGs out of 705 scheduled tribes spread over 18 states and the 1 union territory as per 2011 census. Highest number are found in Odisha, the 13, and followed by Andhra Pradesh, 12. Guys, do remember that PVTGs are not constitutionally recognized groups, and the second is that one PVTG group, their highest population is in Madhya Pradesh. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs implement the scheme of development of particularly vulnerable tribal groups exclusively for them. Under the scheme, conservation cum development or annual plans are to be prepared by each state or union territories for their PVTGs based on their need assessment. Just like, for example, in Odisha, hotel is there for their PVTGs. Priority is also assigned to PVTGs under the schemes of Special Central Assistant, SCA to Tribal Sub-Schemes, grants under Article 275 Clause 1, Article 275 Clause 1 of the Constitution. Grants in aid to voluntary organizations working for the welfare of the scheduled tribes and strengthening of education among ST girls in a low literacy district. The criteria followed for determination of PVTGs are as under: a pre-agriculture level of technology, a stagnant or declining population, extremely low literacy, a sufficient level of economy. This question was asked in 2019 prelims. Consider the following statements about PVTGs in India. Option 1, PVTGs reside in 18 states and 1 union territory. It is correct option. A stagnant or declining population is one of the criteria for determining PVTG status. We have already discussed. Right statement. Third is, there are 95 PVTGs officially notified in the country as so far. No, it is 75. So third is the wrong option. If we eliminate, then you can eliminate D, B and A. The correct answer is C. Let's move to our next issue, Hori Haba. That is a bull catching event in Karnataka. It is held during the harvest season. It is an ancient folk game native to Haveri district and played on the lines of Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu and Kambala in Dakshina Kannada district, Karnataka. Guys, in comment box mention which animal is used for Kambala festival. Let's move to the next issue. Let's move to the next issue, that is 14th National Health Profile. It is released by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and it is prepared by Central Bureau of Health Intelligence CBHI and it was first published in 2005. The data is important in understanding the needs and issues of the population, the socio-economic indicators, education, employment, housing, amenities, sanitation and drinking water. Guys, it can be asked in a prelim question and you can use this data in general studies paper of mains and essay paper as well. Please remember it. Our next issue is National Symposium to Eliminate Lymphatic Filariasis. And this lymphatic filariasis is a deadliest disease. It is also known as Hathi Pav. Wish God will help them who are suffering from this disease. And this symposium was organized by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The theme was United to Eliminate Lymphatic Filariasis. Lymphatic filariasis by Hathi Pav and visceral leishmaniasis or Kala Azar are neglected tropical diseases or NTDs. Over 1.5 billion people are affected globally due to NTDs. What are NTDs? Please guys write in the comments. And government actions so far to eliminate the diseases: triple drug therapy by Government of India, accelerate plan for elimination of lymphatic filariasis APLF by Government of India, and global program to eliminate lymphatic filariasis is by World Health Organization. Guys, in comment box write where is the headquarters of World Health Organization. Let's move to the next issue. DRDO's AIP system. AIP stands for Air Independent Propulsion System. It enhances the submerged endurance of the submarines several times. AIP is a technology that allows the non-nuclear submarines to operate without access to atmospheric oxygen. Guys, in comment box mention which submarine of India is nuclear powered. And आज के लिए इतना. Thank you very much for watching this. Namaste, goodbye, Khuda Hafiz, Sat Shri Akal.